What is good, YouTube? It's your boy, Zach Zeiler, checking in for what seems to be a brand new installment and a brand new implementation here on the channel. I'm chilling here at the park. I don't know what it is about the park, but I love coming here to do my little vlogs or my little talk to the camera type of videos. I don't know, there's just something about it. I parked, I crawled over this middle console. I had a bunch of weird looks from that direction as I did just that. But you got to do what you got to do. There's something about being in the passenger seat where there's not a steering wheel right in front of you. I don't feel so cramped and congested. I can kind of chill and be one with my thoughts in a way. So, as you can see, a very interesting video title that I had planned for this anyways. And to get right into it, talking about the gym to start off. Guys, this is the best look that I think I've had to date. Of course, that's opinion-based. I'm not a competitive bodybuilder. This has been my favorite look overall this year, compared to ever. I'm getting better year by year. This is definitely my prime I'm living in. At 29 years old, I just recently turned 29. This is my favorite look to date. Not to sound arrogant, cocky, or anything. I work really hard, guys, on building my body. And for whatever reason, the gym just happens to be my foundation in life. When everything else seems to be going wrong, the gym always remains a stable foundation of my day. It's my therapy every single day. It's a place where I can escape and put negative energy into something positive that's going to benefit me in the end. In terms of the gym, guys, I'm on top of things. I'm excited. In a few weeks, my brother's actually going to be home. And I promise you guys, we are going to film some content for YouTube. I know you guys miss seeing him, so that will be exciting for the channel. So now to move into the story time. Last year, 2022. I know I've said this recently, guys. These past several years of my life have been some of the hardest to date. These past few years have been harder than when I was going through cancer treatments. These past few years have been more emotionally traumatic than those years. And I have really been a vulnerable human being in learning how to deal with some of these stresses. And last year was one of the hardest years of my life, with just things that I had to deal with, things that I had to see and experience. I know I'm being kind of vague. You guys are going to have to bear with me. But it was a hard year, to say the least. Around February, March last year, I was at a low. I was at a very low. In fact, I was at a rock bottom in terms of my emotional state and my overthinking, my anxieties. So I'm dealing with these things that admittedly got the best of me last year, only because I allowed them to. And life really is, I'm understanding that life is a mental game. It all comes down to your mind and how you project your thoughts and how you react to the world around you. And last year, I reacted in a very negative way. I was going through some hardships, and so I resorted to using substances to numb myself. And to be even more specific, I got my first ever DUI last year. On one specific day, I was in an unbearable amount of pain. It was emotional pain, which felt like it was physical as well. It was so bad. But on this given day, I chose to use a substance, to use alcohol, to numb myself. I got really intoxicated, which then led to poor decision making, and I got behind the wheel and selfishly drove while under the influence. I could have killed someone else. I could have killed myself. I could have caused severe damage to someone and their livelihood. Drinking and driving is the most selfish fucking thing you can do, guys. Don't do it. Take it from me, because I've been there and I deserved every last bit of punishment that I received as a result of getting pulled over, intoxicated behind the wheel. I spent the night in a jail cell. I had 6 months of probation where I had to visit a probation officer every single month. I had to go to therapy. I had to go to AA meetings. I had thousands on thousands on thousands of dollars of fines. It was not a fun time last year, to say the least. Going to all of my court hearings, meeting with my probation officer, it ain't something that you want to do, guys. It's not something you want to go through. And I grew up in the country where there aren't any cops anywhere on the country roads. I have so many friends that I know that do it, family members, and because we live in the country and we have nothing but country roads, we think we're invincible. It can happen to anyone, guys. I had that mentality too. Oh, I'm invincible. And then I woke up and I was in a jail cell. The basis of the story, guys, you never think it can happen to you until it does. And this was actually one of those cases where I never planned on getting a DUI, guys. I never planned on going to jail and spending the night in that jail cell. Let me just say, I laid on that cold, hard floor and I did not get 1 ounce of sleep. And the people that were in that cell with me were not good human beings, guys. They were not good human beings. I didn't fit in there, guys. I could not exercise my craft of impacting others while being confined in a jail cell. I was not meant to be there. And that feeling that I had, that vulnerability of just laying on that floor, I told myself something. I told myself that I will not be back here. I will not find myself back in a cell like this ever again. I plan on sticking to that, guys. Don't use substances to mask your pain. It doesn't even just have to be alcohol. Don't use drugs. Don't use marijuana. Don't use alcohol to mask your pain. It's not going to do anything for you. Learn from my mistakes. Don't ever go do some dumb shit like get behind the wheel after you've been drinking with friends. You don't want to go through what I had to go through last year. It was not fun. I'm just hopeful that by sharing this story with you guys, I can impact at least a few. I can at least give a couple of you guys a different perspective on how you can face your adversities. Don't be a vagina like me and try to rely on other things to take that pain away. Face that shit, guys. There's healthy ways to do it. Find someone to talk to. Get yourself a therapist to talk about what's going on inside of you. And I promise things will get better. I promise you with time, things will get better. But that was the basis. I just wanted to share this story with you guys because it sucks. It was not a fun time. And I hope that some of you guys will be influenced in a more positive direction with things that you are going through. So with that said, guys, we have gym footage following this little extravaganza. And in the comments below, share a story of where you messed up, where you made a bad decision, which led to you having to face the consequences like I had to. And I deserved everything that I had to go through last year, guys. I know it was for one poor decision, but I deserved it. The community service, the probation, the jail, all of it. I think I deserved worse punishment than what I got. And Michigan really cracks down on motherfuckers who drink and drive. But it's no laughing matter, to be real with you guys. If you drink and drive, you are selfish as fuck. Don't do that shit. It ain't cool. You're gonna get caught. You're gonna get picked up. You're gonna get picked up for it at some point in time. So that's where I want to leave you guys for now. Please enjoy this gym footage. I love you guys so much. Talk with you guys soon.
Possibilities, a reality, predicting the future of things we all know. Fighting off the disease.